This week on the Spotlight, we talk to new third baseman Todd Frazier, and he has some interesting thoughts and comments. And then we go to Jimmy Butler, and the Bulls are struggling, and they're on the brink of elimination, and we'll talk about that this week. And then we go way back in time, 20 years. Tom Troublehorn? Wow. Classic Cubs. And then we go to one of the great Blackhawks of all time. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the 29th year of the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They have tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and more. 108th and Kedzie. Lansing Floral Shop, open 8 a.m. daily. Custom silk flowers, Bridgewater candles, great flowers, 708-474-1212. A great floral shop, Lansing Floral. You've got to get to the Cove for Benkowski Trivia, Wednesday, April 20th, 8 p.m. Great people, great game, easy to reach. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Calabria Imports has Italian foods and a great deli. You mention this TV ad, and you get a free Joe tea with a sandwich order. Conveniently located at 1905 West 103rd Street, Calabria Imports has great stuff. Check it out. I do all the time. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the family dentist, Lawrence Ferlin, 109th and Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile at 773-233-7044. That's 109th and Kedzie. They do a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you. Family dentist, Lawrence Ferlin. The White Sox brass always looking for a new leader, a new tough guy. And they found, I think, their man in Todd Frazier, the new third baseman. And he takes it away with his comments. We'll show you on the graphics of how he was acquired.
Chicago, and it has been known as, and I don't know if you found this out yet, but you played the Cubs enough.
Yes.
So it's been a Cubs town. What can you do to help make it a White Sox town?
Well, they did, the brass did a great job of getting some acquisitions here. Brett Lowry, Downer Varner, Alex Avila, just to name a few. And we're focused. We're determined. I played with DeAndre for a year and a half, and I know a bunch of these guys. So we know what we have to do. And with the guys we got, it's time to step up. That's the bottom line. We're all ball players, and we know what we're supposed to do.
A couple of guys have come from the National League and had some trouble adjusting here. Do you think that style of pitching is so dramatically different?
Yeah, it might be. It might be. I'm not sure. We'll see how it plays out. I just think if you have it in your mind, you're a ball player, you know how to hit, you know your strike zone, and you don't have to, go away from that. See the pitch and swing. I think you're going to be better off. Don't look too much into it. But, have a game plan always.
Well, you played an interleague ball.
Yeah.
How have you done?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. That's a good question. But, it's only an inkling. It's a little sample size. So we'll see how this first full year goes, and then we'll go from there. We'll talk later at the end of the season.
Okay, how about defensively? Do you feel you're at your defensive peak?
Yes, I think right now I'm a really good third baseman. Not to be cocky about it, I think I'm one of the top defensive third basemen in the league. You have to be confident. And, for myself, I enjoy that position. And I got Robin Ventura, who I can learn even more about it, so it helps even more.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Your pitching looks very solid, top to bottom. And tell me what it's like to have solid starter day after day after day, and you guys are cleaning stuff up and keeping it neat for them.
Yeah, we just got to supply some runs. And, that old saying, good pitching always beats good hitting. So we have to figure out a way, to, be tops in our division. And it's going to be tough. There's a lot of good teams with the acquisition. Some teams just picked up. We're going to have to battle day in and day out. And, we can't take one game off because that might be the deciding factor. So when we got a lead, our pitchers got to step up and hold that lead. And when we're losing, we got to figure out a way to get the runs in.
Who's on this team now that may have impressed you? You saw some highlights of them pitching or hitting, and you said, wow, that guy looked pretty good, and now you're their teammate.
Abreu, for one. He's fun to watch. And then Chris Sale, our top guys. So watching them and, I want to see the way they work and what they do, in spring training to get better and how they focus during the year.
You have a bunch of fans on the NFL Network and on Hot Stove and shows like that. Yeah. I know you like to have fun with those guys. How important is this weekend getting a chance to meet some of your new teammates?
It's very important, and that's why I came out here. Not only for the teammates but the fans too as well. I want them to get to know me personally, and these last couple of days so far, they embrace me with open arms, and that's all I can ask for. They want me to be myself, and I want them to do the same thing. And like I said, we have one focus point, and that's to win. And I think once we're on the same page and everybody knows their role, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Chicago is quick to embrace people who play well and have fun. So I mean, it's all there for you, though.
It is. It's for the taking. The vision's for the taking, and like I said, it's going to be a blast to play with these guys. And we'll see where we're at, midway through the year. But we're going to have a lot of lofty goals this year.
Good luck. Appreciate it. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212.
Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, DDS, 109th and Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican restaurant. Open for lunch and dinner daily. Things like shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak barbacoa, chicken dishes too. Easy to reach at 46th and Halsted. I've been checking it out, mostly Friday nights, but any night of the week. Del Sur, 46th and Halsted. We're back on the spotlight, and Jimmy Butler not happy after a recent Bulls loss. The poison number is looming, and Butler will try to explain a rough game at the United Center or on the road or somewhere. Jimmy? What happened after you tied it at 93? There was so much effort to get to that point, and then offensively, you seemed really rugged after that.
Just trying to get the ball, move it around so guys can get shots, trying to execute. It's tough down the stretch, when plays don't go the way you want it to go. Then you just got to do things on the fly. I think we took good shots down the stretch. Some went in, some didn't. But that's basketball for you.
Jimmy, a great start tonight, and then the second quarter. What happened in the second quarter?
Just a lull. We didn't guard, we didn't make shots. 30-14 or something like that. That's tough. I think that was the game in itself right there.
The hill is still there in front of you, a little bit steeper after tonight. What are your thoughts going forward?
Just win as many as possible. We have to. We must. but it starts with tomorrow. If we come out the way that we came out tonight, tomorrow, we'll give ourselves an opportunity to win.
How do you keep from not being discouraged, though?
I think we've been in this position all year long. It's an uphill fight from here. We just got to keep battling, stay together through the good and the bad. Right now, it's kind of the bad, but as long as we play together and continue to try to win games, we'll be fine.
How do you try to duplicate that effort, tomorrow night and now going forward these days?
Just play basketball the right way. Come out on all cylinders with the energy, guard, taking the right shot, sharing the ball, and put ourselves in a great position from the start.
How much respect do you have for the way that Taj has emerged as a leader during this season?
Yeah, Taj is huge for us. The way he's being aggressive on both ends of the floor, the way he's talking out there. We need him to continue to be that way. And I wish his body to get healthy, man. We really need it.
Jimmy, what was your biggest takeaway from the meeting yesterday?
About how we need to stick together. If somebody says something to you, don't take it personal because it's for the betterment of the team.
Jimmy, where are you physically right now? How do you feel?
I'm all right.
Jimmy, you say win games, and obviously that's what you have to do, but it's a stink that you have to also rely on other teams to try and help you out here down the stretch.
Yeah, but we got to worry about the Chicago Bulls first, and whatever else happens just happens. I think when we get lost in other teams and what they have to do, we're definitely going to lose ourselves.
Derrick Rose is used to being the man, but this season he'd be better off being the secondary man, Pippen-esque, to Jimmy Butler. Can he do it?
How much have you seen Taj step up? Maybe he's a vocal
He's been huge, man. Even when Taj, in the beginning of the year, even to come off the bench, start, when guys went down and playing the way that he's playing and giving up his body, it means a lot to the team. Shows a lot about him.
Derrick, you say you're trying to still figure things out. 9 games to go with it. That's a little strange, isn't it?
Yeah. 9 games to go. Wish we wasn't in this position, but we're all men. We put ourselves in this position by the way we play, the play that we have been playing the entire year, and still got shots. Not the end of the year.
Derrick, is it hard to explain how you guys could get off to such a good start, good finish, and then that second quarter was just a disaster?
Yeah, second quarter wasn't making shots, and normally shots we were making, we wasn't making them, and we was giving them everything they wanted on the other end.
Thank you.
Thank you, Derrick.
Thank you.
Coach Fred Hoiberg always looks so pensive, always looks so worried because he doesn't know if his team's going to make the playoffs, and it appears they will not. One of the big things that Hoiberg had trouble with was the defense. He was pushing the ball up court all the time, but it's as if they forgot everything Tom Thibodeau ever taught them. And maybe he was too proud to say, just do what you did last year defensively. That's what I would have said. But they were lacking defensively. They weren't in tune to his new offense yet. That leaves a lot of room for error. That leaves you with a 500 team. That leaves you with a team that's probably not going to make it. So back to the drawing board. Fred Hoiberg has his work cut out for year number 2. Are they listening? Are they tuned out? He's kind of on the brink, I would say. A tough spot to be in for a second-year coach. But that's what the Bulls opted for when they couldn't get along with Thibodeau, and they had their new golden boy, shades of Jerry Krause in 1999-2000. But poor Hoiberg has got a different kind of act to follow in Tom Thibodeau. And he's got to get it fixed fast, or else he'll be out on his rear end. We'll be back with more on the Spotlight right after these messages. Don't go away.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Ulsan. featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Bydkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, Parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. We go back to January of '91. Tim Raines signs with the White Sox and would ultimately lead them to the '93 playoffs.
A new exciting ball club who has proved last year and year before that they're going to be one of the teams to be reckoned with in the next few years, and to get that opportunity to be a leadoff man again. You know, the last 3 years I've been moved around in the batting order, and I haven't been able to do the things that I was capable of doing outside of being in the leadoff position. I think getting that opportunity again would make me a lot better player.
How's that uniform look?
Looks great. You know, get away from that white and blue. I was trying to get some traditional colors.
Tim, how much did Andre Dawson's coming to Chicago, having success and enjoying Chicago, I know you're a good friend of his, have to do with you making your decision to come to Chicago?
Well, it had a little to do with it, but I think the most important things that swayed me to come this way was, you know, knowing what Chicago did last year, the exciting ball club, the running type of ball club, the aggressive ball club, and that's the kind of game that I play. And I felt that getting that opportunity to come back and be a leadoff man and to be able to do the things that I do well for a team that's as good as this team is, I thought would be great for me.
He played for the Hawks for over 20 years, and at an all-star event in 1991, Stan Mikita was still skating.
Do you have any part in convincing Bobby to play tonight?
Did I have any part? Bobby's over 21, so I think he kind of made up his own mind. I thought it was very nice of him that, you know, I don't know when we'll have an all-star game back here again, especially in this building. And if it's 25 years from now, God knows where the hell we're going to be. So I thought it was a great gesture on Bobby's part to kind of put aside some of the problems that we're experiencing and come out and at least salute the fans at one time.
It's quite the ovation they gave you.
We're extremely pleased with that and extremely happy, and just goes to show you that fans don't forget, even though majority of them never saw us play.
Can you address maybe what's going on with the alumni group and some of the work you need to do?
Well, we have our scholarship fund that we set up, and that's our main objective. We try to help each other out wherever possible. Right now, I think Reggie Fleming has some bills piled up from his hospital stay after his heart attack, and thank God he's doing well.
What about skating on stadium ice, that feeling?
Never forgot how, but it was how fast.
These people are wonderful, and it's great to come back here.
A lot of the folks are waiting for you to
rear my life here and never forget it.
I think a lot of the fans are waiting for you to wind up and take an old blast.
I can't wind up anymore. That's why I'm not out there. I was 52 on the 3rd of January.
Still looking good.
Thank you.
Tony, geez, it's been a long time since we chatted, and since we chatted, you're part of a whole new NHL franchise. Can you tell our fans about it?
Well, the way it goes is, you know, first you play, and then you get an opportunity with one team, and you figure you get fired, and that's the end of the world. And another great thing came along with this Tampa Bay franchise, and it's going to be a tremendous challenge, Pat. I'm going to finally get to work with my brother Phil, and I think with Phil as the boss, and I'll be right beside him to help him, I think that we will build a solid team.
You've got to get to Jack's, 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. You've got to get to Oliver's, 6100 West 159th Street for live trivia. I'll be there next Thursday, April 14th at 7 p.m. Food, drink, trivia, everything at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. Open for lunch and dinner daily with items like shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak barbacoa, and chicken dishes too. 46th and Halsted, Del Sur. I like it, you'll like it. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place.
But first, it's time to talk baseball. We go to Wrigley Field, and a very engaging couple of minutes that our man on the scene, Jim McAteer, spent with the manager, the brain, the teacher, if you will, Tom Trebelhorn.
Of course, you have plenty of time left in the season when you look at the calendar, but of course the one thing that seems to loom over all that talk is the strike. Is that a factor at all when you talk about the whole season?
Well, it's a factor because you're asked about it every day, so you can't make it a non-factor. It's impossible. But it's... I told the players, it's kind of like Sunday night in the wintertime and it's snowing and you don't think there's going to be school on Monday. And so you don't do your homework and all of a sudden the snow stops and there's school. I think if you start thinking about a strike and the fact there's going to be a stoppage, you're going to miss some real opportunities to do some things well for yourself, for the team, for this ball club. And if there's not a strike, it's kind of silly to be thinking about it and waste all that time. I think if there's a strike, we react to it. If there's no strike, we keep playing the way we're supposed to. There is a schedule in place, and our obligation is to play that schedule. Our obligation is not to speculate on whether there's going to be a stoppage because of labor problems.
Now, have you had a chance to use that analogy at a school with kids?
Well, kids, I was the same way. I did a snow dance, so we're not doing a strike dance. So no, we're not. It's a little different, but you just have to be ready. It's kind of like when it's raining. You know, you come to the ballpark and it's raining pretty hard, and you get your mindset it's going to be a rain out, and before you know it, you're playing the game. You're 0 for 3 before you wake up. So you react to the situation the way it is, and the situation is we've got a schedule to play. Anticipate playing the full schedule. Anticipate getting back into this pennant race and having some fun in the second half of this season. And I think it's really important for us to push hard towards the All-Star break and play well. We let a golden opportunity slip away from us against the Cardinals this weekend, coming after a good road trip. We go 6-2, and then we score 5 runs in 3 days and get only 15 hits when we had been averaging 15 hits over the previous 2 games. So we've got to just start swinging the bats better at home, and I think we'll be more entertaining. If we'll be more entertaining, we'll win. If we win, everybody will be happy, including myself.
Now, another situation besides the strike that has taken up so much of your time, I think, has been the Ryan Sandberg issue. And people say, well, how do you replace Ryan Sandberg? And with the numbers, of course, you can. But how can you try to replace that in the locker room?
Well, he was a very stabilizing influence in this ball club. He was a very classy guy and a fellow who just went about his business in about the best way possible. He prepared well, he anticipated well, and he performed well. And those are the 3 measures of a true good player in any sport. So over the long term, it's impossible to replace that. Right now, there's an emotional replacement we have to take care of, and that's answering questions and dealing with the fact that he's not here. Sanchez should do a good job overall, and I think our ball club will be able to handle it pretty well. But Ryan Sandberg, when he's swinging the bat well, we do not have a perfect replacement for that. We know that. But he is not here, and let's go. Ray's got a chance. Jose Hernandez has a chance. Mike McSudian's got a chance at the big league level, and all three of those guys so far have responded very, very well. And the club collectively, I think, has done a very good job of keeping in perspective that it's possible any day for a player to be gone. It's usually an injury, and it's usually the guy will be back. This is kind of a strange case, and I think the high drama of his retirement, of his absence, is probably greater than his absence. And I think if we could put his absence in the proper perspective, that it is just another player that has to be replaced, and I don't mean to make light of him not being here or to not appreciate what he did do, but the reality is I've been other places, I'm not there anymore, and they seem to keep going without me. I'm not a Hall of Famer, but we're all replaceable.
This year it seems Derek May has been booed on occasion and hasn't really been a fan favorite out in left field. Why do you think that is this year with some of the players?
Oh, we played lousy here. We haven't been entertaining. I think when Sarge was out there, they were a winning team. They're very entertaining. And you're going to be the target of displeasure when you're not entertaining. That people choose to spend their time and money to come here to see us play. They want to be entertained, and if you're not entertaining, they're going to respond accordingly. And of course, Derek is the closest one to the left field bleachers, and if you want to find some vocal fans, they're in the left field bleachers. So he takes an unfair share of some of the displeasure in the left field bleachers. That's going to be true. If we're winning, he won't hear that much, and he's been a pretty good player for us. He drove in 80 runs last year. He's hit 300 most of this year. Had a great game yesterday catching the ball. If Derek plays the way he's capable of playing and we win the way we're supposed to win, that'll change quickly. He does have a little responsibility, of course, to have a little personality out there and try to get along with them. And if you're thin-skinned, they'll get to you pretty quickly. But they get to some thick-skinned people too. They're tough. They're demanding. They're fair, but they're tough and demanding. And when we're not playing real well as a ball club, I'm afraid the people generally closest to it are going to hear about it.
Now, with your position being in here, you're sort of protected, I think, from some of the fans. Did you feel obligated maybe to go out and get up close with them?
Well, I'm down here every day before the ball game. People come down and let me know what's happening. Certainly when I go to the mound, they let me know. They tell me what my IQ is and a few other things, but that's all right too. You buy your ticket, and the tickets cost a lot of money, and you got a chance. This is a forum or an environment in which you're allowed to speak your mind, and as long as you're not profane, and we have a responsibility not to be profane in response to it. We have to keep our cool. But you hear, sometimes they get after you pretty good, and I am the focal point of it because I make these decisions, and you put players in positions, and if the players don't do it, I made the decision. So the decision, sometimes the decision maker is going to get the brunt of what goes on. The players will get it if they fail and break down seriously and foolishly, but most of the time I'm going to get it.
We wouldn't be complete this week if we didn't offer a heartfelt congratulations to Jerry Reinsdorf, who this week was voted into the U.S. Basketball Hall of Fame. Sure, baseball is his first love, but when you win 6 titles and you fill your stadium with 20,000 plus year after year, even while losing, you deserve great credit. Congratulations, Jerry. This week's show has been brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie.
Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.